Hello, hello. Welcome in to another weekly Spirit Boost. I am Tammy Mastroverdi, best-selling author of the book The Universe is Talking to You, and I come here every Thursday at noon Eastern on live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook to inspire you in some way, to boost your spirit in some way, because my goal is to teach people how to tap into the higher helpline of the universe available to all of us. And I always like to, I don't really pre plan these. I sort of come up with them sometimes the day before, sometimes a couple days before, it depends, based on what is going on in my life, based on what is on my radar, based on what my students or my clients are dealing with, or friends and family. That's sort of where these topics come from. And today, I decided I wanted to speak a little bit on unexpected challenges. So it is December now. We are in full swing of the holiday season, and there's always a lot of stress. There's always a lot of unexpected things that are happening. But whether it's the holiday season or it's just a regular day in March, we all sort of deal with things that seem like they come out of the blue. A challenge that we weren't expecting, a circumstance that we could not predict. And oftentimes these challenges that we face are beyond our control. They're beyond things that we can do something about to make it go away. Sometimes, yes, we can, but sometimes we cannot. And so, what inspired me to talk about this, and I'm going to share with you sort of 4 steps that I go through and that I teach people to sort of go through to handle it in a smooth and easier way, to deal with what life has thrown you without spiraling, without having it fully derail you or bring you down. And so that is what I'm going to share. And the reason I decided to share it this week is many of you have been following me on these weekly Spirit Boosts know that I wound up rescuing a kitten from a dumpster at a mall near my house. And when he was about 3 months old, he's almost 6 months. He's like 5.5 months now, I think. He's crazy and we love him. But what we did not expect was we took him to the vet, and she had mentioned, I guess there's an early indicator of kidney issues that that they check. Not the usual kidney numbers, but this other number, SDMA or something. I really don't know too much about it, but that apparently is like an early indicator of kidney issues. And he's a baby. So she said, this isn't something that I normally see in kittens. Let's watch it. Let's retest. So we wanted to get him neutered. So she wanted to, am I frozen? You guys, am I actually frozen, or is it just Mary? Am I just frozen for Mary on YouTube and Instagram? I hope I'm not frozen. Please let me know so I can keep talking. And I know Instagram is okay, as far as I know. Yes, it looks like it's okay. So if you guys are on here, if you can just comment, hopefully I'm not frozen. So it was okay, good. I'm not on Facebook. Okay, fantastic. So she said, let's retest. So we wanted to get him neutered. We needed to retest before that. We just recently took him to get retested, and the number went up a point, which wasn't good. So we were like, oh no. So now we have to do some additional tests just to see, what's going on. And of course, we're very upset and all of that. And so it wasn't expected. And we're hoping, he's totally fine. He's acting fine. The major numbers are still okay, right? But is this an early indicator that we may be dealing with kidney issues, earlier than we thought? Who knows, right? We have no idea. I do know that he came to the right house because we will keep him and love him and do whatever we need to do for him. And I do know that he came to the right house because I am very into holistic healing and energy work, and I have took my other cat Phoebe years ago to a holistic doctor who, by the way, gave me a supplement for her kidneys that actually reversed her numbers. And so it is a supplement that I will 100% put him on if there is an issue, right? If I come up with anything that if it seems like this is an issue for him, right? I have all the information. He came to the right place. But here is how I deal with this or anything else that just sort of comes across. It can be something huge like losing your job. It could be something, small like you expected, a particular grade on a test or something if you're in school, and you didn't do as well as you thought, or whatever it might be. It could be anything. It can be small, medium, humongous. I deal with it the same way. I look at it the same way. So I want to share with you the steps that I go through in my own brain, what I tell myself around anything that happens, because if you know me by now, and if you don't, let me explain. I believe there are no accidents in life. I believe everything happens for a reason, even if we can't see what that reason is in the moment we are in. I believe eventually meaning will come from it. We will understand it better. And I believe that the universe doesn't make mistakes, right? So even things that seem horrible, there's always reasoning around it. I also believe that your animals come to you. They find you just as much as you find them. And I know this little guy was meant for our house. So here's the first step that I deal with. What do we mostly do when something unexpected happens? We argue and fight about it in our own minds sometimes, and sometimes with other people. We say, this should not be happening. I can't believe this is happening. I don't want this to be happening. Why would this universe do this to me? What did I do to deserve this? Why do I have to deal with it? Of all the kittens that I could have rescued, right? These are the things we say to ourselves. Do you think that's helpful? We all do it. We all do it. I do it. You do it. Everybody does it. The goal is to stop when you find yourself doing that and saying to yourself, it's happening. It happened. I'm in the situation. The only thing I can do about it right now is to change how I am looking at it and to change how I am reacting to it. And the first thing that I can do is just accept the fact that it's happening and stop saying, why is this happening? This shouldn't be happening. I can't believe this is happening. Because all that is doing is stressing you out and working you up, right? The sooner you can shift yourself and say, I'm going to stop fighting against this because this is where we're at. And I don't know, by the way, his kidney numbers could improve. He could be totally normal. I have no idea, right? Nobody has any idea. But I'm going to stop fighting against it. I'm just going to do what the vet has recommended. We're going to do some other testing before we do a neuter on him. And I'm just going to deal with it. And I'm just going to accept that this is where we're at. And I know that I will do everything in my power to help him in any way that I can. I already talked to my husband. I said, we're going to go to, if this is the truth and this is an issue and it gets worse, we're going to a holistic vet on top of the regular vet we have. I'm going to put him on this. I mean, my husband and I talked about it all already, right? So I accepted that it's happening. And I'm like, I'm going to be able to, I will deal with it. I will deal with it. I'm going to stop fighting against it. I'm going to stop being upset about it. Right there, you're shifting your energy out of despair and victim mode and why me and I can't believe this. And you're going into, okay, this is what it is. It is what it is. And now I'm just going to deal with what it is. I'm going to call in my higher help, of course, and all of that. And I'm going to ask for guidance, and I'm going to ask for strength for whatever it is that you might be going through. And I'm just going to accept that it is what it is. And I'm going to stop fighting it. That's the first step. That alone is a huge thing that will make you feel less stressed out about it and less worked up about it. And that also means stop calling everybody and saying, can you believe this is happening? I can't believe this is happening. Oh, now I got to call my mother and my father and my sister and my brother and my uncle and my friend and my uncle and my aunt and my third cousin. And I got to tell them all what's going on. Just stop and accept that this is happening, and you will be able to deal with it, and the universe will bring you through it. Okay, your higher helpers will bring you through it. That's the first one. The second thing is actually shifting your perception of the situation. So I know this might be hard for you to believe depending on what you're going through. But what I want you to look at is when you have some type of an unexpected challenge, I want you to look at it as not a challenge, but an actual opportunity. The universe doesn't make mistakes. Maybe the universe is directing me to something different. Maybe I lost my job because it's redirecting me to a job that is so much better. Maybe I am being kicked out of my home or my apartment or whatever it might be, and I am being forced to find something else because I wouldn't have done it otherwise. And there's something a million times better. So there are so many things in our life that we look at as horrible, but sometimes it's just the universe rerouting us to where we really should be because we've kind of drifted offshore, right? So there are actually two quotes that I love that kind of go into this shifting your perception that I want to give to you so that you can remind yourself when things happen. There's one by the famous author C.S. Lewis. He was a British novelist, and he said, hardships, challenges, often prepare ordinary people for extraordinary destiny. So hardships often prepare ordinary people for extraordinary destiny. The things that you go through often are causing you to grow and causing you to then be able to handle other things that are coming down the road or put you in a place that's actually better even when it doesn't look like it. The second quote that I love is actually by best-selling author in the self-help space. You may have heard of him, Napoleon Hill, who wrote the book Think and Grow Rich and many other books. And he was amazing on manifestation and success and the law of attraction and utilizing your mindset and shifting your mindset. And what he said was every adversity or challenge that you go through has a seed within it of an equivalent or greater benefit. So, in other words, we can't see the benefit at the end of it, but every challenge has just a little seed of something that's about to grow to bring you in another direction. Now, I have no idea what this challenge is. I mean, the kitten may be totally fine, and I just went through this because I had to remind myself of this, and I had to teach you this, and I had to, you know, go through it and grow and know that everything was going to be okay. And it may also just be that I am contracted on some way to help him for as long as he's around. And it may help me in some way. And I know it will help me in some way. And I always know that anything that goes on in my life, I am so meant to figure out for myself any struggles, any stresses, anything that I have going on. I just know that it's going to be a story that I can then share with you on a weekly spirit boost, with you in a book, whatever it might be. I am going to be able to share it and help other people. So we often can't see that seed and we can't see where it's going to grow, but I promise you it is in there. Okay. So you're going to shift your perception. You're going to accept the reality of it is. I'm going to stop fighting against it and saying it shouldn't be happening because it's happening. Right. Number one. Number two, I'm going to shift my perception. This is not a challenge. This is an opportunity. This is going to take me somewhere amazing. I just can't see it yet. Okay. The third thing I want you to do is actually shift your energy. Shift your energy. That can be closing your eyes and doing a 60-second reset, every hour to bring yourself back. And a 60-second reset or a retreat, if you don't know what it is, I talk about it in The Universe is Talking to You, is a tool where you just close your eyes and repeat a mantra for 60 seconds to bring yourself back into the present moment and to shift your energy. If you know how to do tapping, or emotional freedom technique where you do all the tapping through the tapping points, that will shift your energy. There's so many different ways to truly shift your energy. Think of 3 things that you're grateful for. By the time you're done with that, I promise you your energy will be shifted. But you have to shift your energy from the despair and the fear and the doubt and the worry. Now, accepting things alone will shift your energy. Shifting your perception will shift your energy. But I want you to truly do something that will shift you out of that freaking out mode or worry mode. I'm a worrier. That's my thing. I tend to worry. I've been clearing it for years energetically, and I'm still doing it. I am better than I was. I'm sorry, mom, but I blame her because I literally grew up in an environment where everything was, oh my God, be careful. Oh my God, don't touch that. Oh my God, are you going to be all right? Do you know where you're going to go? Are you sure you're going to be okay? Is that the right thing to do? I'm worried about this. What if that happened? That's where I grew up, right? So my brain was programmed that way. I'm deprogramming it now. But if you're someone who is like that, you get what I'm saying. You need to shift your energy out of that zone. If you want to just take a minute, close your eyes, call in your higher helpers, and give them all of your worry and fear and say, you work it out and show me where to go, and then truly let it go. Another way to shift your energy, right? So that's the last, and actually the last step that I want to give you is when you find yourself consumed by the worry and by the fear and by the doubt and by the drama and the chaos of whatever it is that's going on in your life, what I want you to do is stop, call in that higher help, and surrender all of your fears and worries and everything to the universe and let it work it out. Let it work it out for you and guide you forward, and ask it to please send me the signs to guide me forward and help me recognize them when they come in. And when I say signs, that could be an idea that pops into your head out of nowhere, right? As soon as I heard about the kidneys, I was like, oh, I know about that supplement that I can use that the holistic vet gave me that is just amino acids and peptides. It's nothing crazy. And I know that it worked on my other cat. So my gosh, oftentimes it halts the kidney progression of the disease, and in some cases actually reverses it, which I know sounds insane, but I literally saw it with my own cat. So, and I'm not even going to tell you what the supplement is because I'm not going to prescribe anything. If you want to email me separately, I can tell you, but I just know that the ideas will come to me and the things that I need to do will come to me when I ask for the help, right? So let's recap, and then I'll answer any questions that anybody has. But I'm trying to see if I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything on Instagram. So again, what are we going to do when something unexpected happens? We are going to accept it and stop fighting against it as soon as we can. Listen, have your pity party for like an hour, maybe 2, if you need it. Okay. But then you're going to accept it and you're going to let it go. You are going to accept it and you're going to let it go. Then you are going to shift your perception around it. This is not a challenge. This is an opportunity. Everything happens for a reason in my life, and this is taking me somewhere better. I don't know what I'm going to get out of this, but I know I'm going to get something amazing out of this. I know that this didn't happen without a purpose. Okay? Then you are going to shift your actual energy, do a meditation, do gratitude, do tapping, do any other type of energy clearing that you do. Donna Eden has a million different energy clearing techniques and things that you can do to shift your energy. You can look her up. She has a whole YouTube channel. And then you're going to call in your higher help, surrender your worries, and ask to be guided where you are meant to go. You are going to ask to be guided to that better place. And then you're going to let go. And you will feel better about it. I promise you, you will feel better about it. Rather than doing the wallowing, the again, calling everybody and their mother and father and brother and sister and telling them I can't believe this is happening to me. Can you believe this is happening to me? We all do it. Don't say you don't do it. And if you want to make a couple phone calls, I'll let you make a couple phone calls, but then accept it, right? Accept it. That's what I want you to do. And it will make you feel so much better, so much faster. The faster you can accept it, shift your perception, and shift your energy, you just have to call in your higher help, surrender all of your worries on a silver platter over, and say, guide me, direct me, show me the fastest route to where I need to go and where you are trying to send me to that better place. Help me understand it. Guide me forward. Okay. Hopefully all that makes sense. Let me just see where we are at. I just want to see if I missed anything. Oh no, Mary. So I actually have a barn cat that I take care of. So that technically is my barn cat. Then I have my cat here, and then I have the kitten that I got. So we have 2 indoor cats and 1 outdoor cat. The kitten is almost 6 months old now. Let's see. Yes, Angela. So homeopathy. So when I went years ago, when I went to a holistic doctor for my cat Phoebe, um, they gave me homeopathy to give her, which, oh my gosh, was like insanity. You would have thought, I mean, you probably know homeopathy, and that literally is tasteless, right? But my God, what she thought I was trying to shoot into her mouth. But anyway, I've done the homeopathy, I've done so many different things. So that's why I said to my husband, if there's something going on with the cat, I think the holistic vet that I used to use, I don't even think she's practicing. I think she only practices in New York, but I know that there is another one in my area. I mean, when I say in my area, I mean, I might have to drive an hour or whatever, but Lord knows I will do it. Because why not pursue, I would pursue all those options for myself. I don't just do conventional medicine. I look at other stuff. So I'm going to do the same thing for the cat. So yeah, homeopathy is amazing. I've done homeopathy for myself. I've done it for my other cat, like so many different things. So yeah, 100%. And I just, and when I went to that vet, the cat at the time had like, I think she was born with like something with her heart. I can't remember, where like there was an extra beat or there was something. So I went for that and for her kidneys and for a couple of other things she had going on at the time. And they gave me the supplement for the kidneys, the homeopathy, so many different things. And my gosh, I'm going to tell you something. It really, really did help her. That and energy work and all of that stuff. And I changed her diet and I did so many different things. But anyway, I know I said to my husband, like, this cat came to the right place. Like, I was meant to get this cat for a reason. Probably, first of all, the cat, I don't even know if it would have survived at this point. Just from like being outdoors, and it's freezing here now in New Jersey. But the cat came to the right place. I was sent to find this cat. It was literally, I didn't go looking for this cat. I just heard about it and couldn't help myself and had to go get it. And if you saw the whole story, you can go back on my YouTube and Facebook into other weekly spirit boosts where I tell the whole story of how there were multiple cats and I was only able to get one, and that completely broke me. But I realized this was the cat that was meant for me. And now, who would think you get this cute little kitten and, oh my gosh, wait a minute, what if something's actually wrong with this baby? Cat came to the right place, because I will do whatever I need to do to help this cat. And he's a sweetie and we adore him. He's crazy. He already climbed the Christmas tree twice. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I did post that in the stories. So he's a little nuts, likes to eat people food, does everything he's not supposed to do, knocks all of the Christmas stuff down, constantly is knocking ornaments down, and tortures my other cat because he wants to play all the time. And she's like 6 years old and she's like, I'm tired. I just want to take a nap. So, but we adore him and he's adorable, and we are going to do exactly whatever we need to do for him. But when I thought of it, I thought, okay, what do I want to do for my weekly spirit boost this week? And I thought, well, I'm dealing with the kitten thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to explain how I deal with stuff that happens like this, because who isn't going through something unexpected right now, right? Everybody is sort of going through unexpected things. Like, I can think of a bunch of my family and friends, literally off the top of my head right now, that I've talked to in the past week that are dealing with, a physical issue, or having to move, or just any number of different, or they did move and they're dealing with issues with the move, or just, I cannot even tell you. Everybody is going through stuff, but it's how we react to it. You always hear, like, sometimes you have no control over your situation. You can't control, like, I couldn't control the fact that maybe something's wrong with this kitten, but I can 100% control how I react to it. So I wanted to give you the 4 steps that I go through to react to it and to try and not be crazy. You're very welcome, Jennifer. Been in a negative funk. Yes. No, I hear you. Listen, it happens to all of us. You grab any spiritual teacher out there. I promise you, they're going through it too. It's just that they have tools that they've either developed or practiced or whatever in order to deal with it. That's what I do for you. I share with you my tools and the tools that I've created and the tools that I've come up with and the tools that I have used and tweaked that work to help deal with everything that life gives you. That's the difference. The difference is knowing the tools and then using the tools. That makes all the difference because we all deal with the same crap. We all deal with death of people that we love, unexpected changes, money issues, career issues, job issues. We've all either had to leave a job or been fired from a job or quit a job because it was miserable. I mean, we all go through it, right? Even all these people who've been teaching, spiritual teachers for years and years and years out there, they all go through it. It's about having the tools and using those tools to cope with it and come out of it better. That's really the secret to it all. That is the truth. Let me just see what Tari is saying. Yes, try to get it down to at least a couple of hours of in the moment worry, fear, drama, freak out of unexpected, and then make myself shift. Horrible feelings, so want to be in a better light. I am going to type these up to keep as reminders, as some of the things are more than others. Right, 100%. You're welcome. And listen, I have to remind myself too. But I'll tell you, the more that I do it, the more that I shift my perception, the more that I have come up with these beliefs that I have that are different, the more quickly I bring myself back to it. So my brain is now sort of trained to go, okay, I don't know why this is happening, but there's got to be a reason, and it's got to be leading me to something. And so I know I'm going to get through it. I know I'm going to be okay. If you can get there faster, my gosh, what a difference it will make, right? So that's what I wanted to come on here and share with you today. I am getting ready to record the audiobook version of the Higher Help Method, which will be out in April. I'm heading into New York Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, where I will be sitting in a studio and reading the book to create that audiobook, which I'm very excited about. So I will share how that went with you next Thursday, because I'm knock on wood, say a prayer, that it will all be done, and I will get it done by Wednesday, because it is a big, long book with all the different tools in the back. And I mean, it's like double the size of my last book. So yeah, looking forward to that. Gonna hydrate, bring my tea or whatever. Although I think tea is not as good. I think water is the best thing. That's what I used last time I did my audiobook. So excited about that. I will be heading into New York, and I will share with you how all of that went by next Thursday, when I am back here for another weekly Spirit Boost. And I just want to make sure I'm not missing any comments. You're very welcome, John. I love doing this. I love getting on here with you. And sharing the insanity of my life to help others. So as we're going into the weekend, I always tell you to please do something that brings yourself joy this weekend. Do something that shifts your energy, puts you into a better place. Whatever your to-do list, whatever baking and wrapping and shopping and whatever else you're trying to do in the world this weekend, carve out at least an hour for you. Do something that brings you joy, just for the sake of doing it for yourself, that brings you joy. And I tell you that all of the time because it shifts your vibration, it shifts your energy, it will put you into a better place, and because you deserve it. You deserve to be good to you. So sending you all of my love. Have an amazing and wonderful rest of your week and weekend. Think of me next week. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I will be posting during the whole audiobook stuff So you can follow my journey there. And I will be back here on Thursday for another weekly spirit boost to share some more inspiration and advice about tapping into the higher helpline of the universe, and also all about the audiobook adventures that I'm about to have. So I'll see you all soon. Have a wonderful weekend.